What's going on? Matt Malatesta, VYPE Media here, the Coach's Corner, Coach Greg Cranfill show of St. Pius X. All right, Coach, just, talk about wrapping up the season. Y'all reach the second round of the playoffs. Just kind of talk about, kind of how it wrapped up with Crestwood and what you're looking forward to next year.
Yeah, going into this game, the eye in the sky doesn't lie. When we were watching video, we knew that they were a good team, who they had played and who they had beaten and who they had played well, knowing that they were a good football team. We felt like we had a pretty good football team as well. But there's no doubt that they were a little bit better than us that night and played extremely well. I was proud of our kids, the way that we prepared for the game, and then I was proud of the way that we fought throughout the whole course of the game. There's no doubt that in some situations there wasn't much for me to say in the fact of, they had some good kids on their side, and when we were at a disadvantage mismatch wise, I just asked our kids to keep fighting, and that's exactly what they did. We had some good bright spots there, and we had some bright spots, like you said, from the younger kids that gives us hope of those guys stepping into bigger roles next year. And that's what we hope. We hope that we have shown growth from the way that these guys started the season to where they are now. And we told them after the game, guys, next year starts right now. And if that's your mentality, then we can get to the point where we can go on the field with these guys and know that we have a legitimate shot at beating them. 3 years into the program, with me leading, they had 2 wins the year that I took over. We took over in COVID, got to that first round. Last year got to that first round. This year we're in the second round. So as far as I'm concerned, I think we're on the rise. But a lot of times, when things are important and things that have value, they take time because you want to do them right. And I think that's evidence of what we're doing here with our leadership from our athletic director, Coach Jeff Feller, and our principal with Rachel Ware. It's just, we want it done, but we want it done right, and that's going to take time, and that's where we are. I was proud of our captains this year. I was proud of our seniors who all stepped in those important roles and said, Coach, what do we need to do? And I heard that more this year than any other year of my coaching that I've ever been. Coach, what do you need me to do? Coach, what can I do to help make this team a little bit better? And, man, you lay your head on the pillow at night knowing that you're leading men, that's their mentality. I was watching a coach yesterday on Twitter talk about basketball and how difficult it is coaching basketball when every concern of a collegiate basketball player is, did he get hit? I mean, do I have the numbers? Do I have the stats to show that I'm capable of playing at the next level? And we had a locker room full of guys that were more concerned about helping build this team and build this program than any statistical thing that they could put on paper. And that's a good sign for me that we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, that kind of leads into my next question. Just takeaways. What are you excited about the most for, going into that 2023 season and getting in the off season and getting things rolling for next year?
Yeah. So to me, it's basically, we always look back, standing on the sideline of this playoff game was Carson Rogers, who, plays at Texas Wesleyan, and getting phone calls from Logan Tanner and Carson Hint and guys like that are not concerned, but they are still invested in what we're doing. And for me, it's being able to tell those younger guys exactly the point that you made about the brotherhood that is St. Pius X football, that if you want to be a part, you've got to invest. Any return that you want, you've got to put an investment. And that's what those younger guys are starting to see, all those other guys and what they've done and where they are now, but they still hold value in the program that we've got. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to look at a freshman kid and go, work like Bryce McKeon, and look at another freshman kid and work like Aiden Allen and Issa Baba and Vincent Doucette. Work like those guys, like they did, but even a little bit harder, and let's see where we can take this thing. And for me, it's knowing that we're doing things the right way with a great coaching staff, and like I said, great leadership through the school, that we know that when it happens, we'll all look back and go, we did it the right way.
Well, I tell you what, man, you summed it up well. I know this is, we'll catch up next year, but hey, we'll be watching to see how it goes throughout the off season and who comes in, and that's what's so great about high school football is you just got another chance, and it's only 9 months, 10 months away, but we're getting back at it. This is Greg Cranfill, one of the best in the business. Really been a great season, and just seeing how this thing is growing over at St. Pius. Congrats to you guys. Tell your guys congrats in the locker room also. But hey, we got to have it one more time on the way out. It's a Go Panthers for sure.
Yes, sir. Go Panthers.
All right. We'll see you next time. This is Matt with VYPE. See you at the game.